Tonight on WGN America, division rivals collide as Rizzo and the Cubs battle Milwaukee north of the border. Cubs, Brewers. Tonight, 8 East, 5 West on WGN America.
No boots, no jeans, no beards, nothing but old-fashioned justice. Criminal Intent, weekdays at 5.
The following is a presentation of WGN Sports.
Beautiful evening here in Milwaukee as WGN Sports brings you Chicago Cubs baseball. It's the middle game of a 3-game midweek series, and we welcome Cub fans from all over the country watching on WGN America, America's home for baseball. Great to have you with us. Jim DeShays, Len Casper. Roof open tonight. 9-3 Brewers, the final last night. The Brewers' 9th straight win over the Cubs in this ballpark. JD, the Cubs have lost 19 of 21 here.
Apparently, Milwaukee is Algonquin for Cubs don't play well here. And there are the numbers. 19 out of 21 since April of 2011 have gone to the Brewers. And as you would expect, with a tilt so much in the Brewers' direction, runs per game, batting average, runners in scoring position, all the stats fall in the favor of the Brewers.
Well, you normally think of Ryan Braun, Carlos Gomez this year doing a lot of the damage. Last night, Juan Francisco and Ricky Weeks.
Yeah, that's the bad news. The Cubs are catching the Brewers at a time when they're a little bit soft due to injury, but other players are stepping up. Ricky Weeks had been 1 out of 18 against the Cubs prior to last night. He was on everything all night long, 3 out of 4 with a couple of home runs. And Juan Francisco, the first baseman now that they picked up from the Braves, providing some power as well.
Ryan Braun on the disabled list with a thumb injury. Carlos Gomez day-to-day with a sprained shoulder. When we come back, we'll talk about the starting pitchers. Scott Feldman has competed every time out. He'll be on the mound tonight for the Cubs. We'll talk about the Brewers starter as well next.
WGN America presents Tuesday Movie Nights. Your favorite movies.
You're kidding. Go.
The biggest names in Hollywood. Ray Romano, John Leguizamo, and Dennis Leary. Next week on Tuesday Movie Nights, Ice Age.
That's what you do in a herd. You look out for each other.
Yeah! Who's up for round 2?
Next week on Tuesday Movie Nights on WGN America.
Snap out of your snack routine with delicious Pringles sticks. Everything pops with Pringles sticks.
So, being an advertising spokesman, I have to look my best on camera. Whether I'm telling people about how they could save money on car insurance with Geico. Yeah, a little bit more of the lime green, love, yeah? Or let them know they can reach Geico 24/7 using the latest technology. Go on, slather it all over. Don't hold back, go on. It's these high-definition televisions, I tell ya. They show every wrinkle.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You want to get out of the way?
Don't do this, Ted! Don't... God, it was perfect! Such a jerk.
How I Met Your Mother, tomorrow at 8 East. The Budweiser bow tie brought to life. Introducing Budweiser's bow tie-shaped can. The shape of great times to come.
Chicago Cubs baseball, brought to you by Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. From shutouts to walk-offs, we've been celebrating the greatest moments in Major League Baseball for over 30 years. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer or go to shophonda.com for current offers. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible. Welcome back to Miller Park. Game 2 coming up. Right-hander Scott Feldman will go for the Cubs tonight. JD, I would say one of the Cubs' better free agent signings over the winter.
Yeah, Scott Feldman, after a bumpy spring training and a rough start to the season, has turned around and really pitched well. He faced Milwaukee once this year, came way back on April 21st. 5 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, only one of which was earned. He himself made a big error in that game. He's only faced the Brewers twice in his career. The Cubs, on the other hand, have seen a lot of Giovanni Gallardo over the years. He's been really good against the Cubs, and as you can see, he's been really good lately.
And these two guys can hit. They've combined for 3 home runs already from the 9 spot. Last night, the Cubs felt like they were in good shape after this 3-run homer by Nate Scherholtz, but it wasn't meant to be. The Brewers hit 3 of their own, 2 by Ricky Weeks, and a 9-3 win. Juan Francisco also contributing. We'll have game 2 of this series coming up next.
This Wendy's salad does taste like summer.
It's like watching sunsets at 9 o'clock.
It's like lying in a hammock.
It's like...
Your Wendy's salad.
Thank you, Andre. It's divine. Andre? Who's Andre?
Busted.
Yep.
Grab a taste of summer with Wendy's Berry Almond Chicken Salad. It's back with fresh strawberries and blueberries and warm grilled chicken.
Does Andre like strawberries? Now that's better.
And now kids' meals just $1.99 after 4.
Wonder if I gave an Oreo to somebody out there who I didn't know. Would they laugh after I'd gone, or would they pass that wonder on? I wonder how it changed your point of view if I gave one to you.
I stayed one time.
We stayed another time.
And now we're eating free.
At Choice Hotels, 2 stays pays. Right now, when you take 2 separate trips, you can earn a free $50 gift card for dining, shopping, or gas. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Kmart and Sony Pictures want you to flip for the best summer ever. Visit shopyourway.com/grownups2 for your chance to win a role as an extra in a Sony Pictures film. Look for Kmart and Grown Ups 2 in theaters July 12th, rated PG-13.
Kids, dogs, and a T-ball set is all you need to start your night off with a laugh. LOL your night right with America's funniest home videos. Weeknights at 6 here on WGN America.
Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN TV is brought to you by Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Big right-hander Scott Feldman getting the nod for the Cubs tonight. Tough matchup against Giovanni Gallardo. Let's get the umpires. Paul Schreiber gets the plate. Adam Hamari's at first. Eric Cooper at second, and the crew chief Jeff Kellogg over at third. And now let's look at the Cubs batting order. It's brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Luis Valbuena leads it off. Starlin Castro's first night off last night. His last about 270 games. Nate Scherholtz hit that home run. He's hitting 300 on the year. Ryan Sweeney's in the cleanup spot. Anthony Rizzo on the 1-year anniversary of his Cubs debut hits 5th. Brian Bogusevic in for Alfonso Soriano, and this is his Cub debut. Wellington Castillo catches. Darwin Barney plays second, and Scott Feldman with his 8 RBIs will hit 9th.
Brewers defensively, still no Braun, still no Gomez, so you get Gindel left, Schaefer center. Aoki is the regular right fielder. Third to first goes Ramirez Segura. Very solid on that side. A little wobbly on the right side of the infield with Weeks, who has some defensive issues, and Juan Francisco's the third baseman converted to first base. Jonathan Lucroy solid behind the plate. Giovanni Gallardo, the starting pitcher for the Brewers. He's a good one. 6-6 this year with a 4.09 ERA, but really good of late, as we mentioned. 75 and 49 in his major league career with a 3.68 ERA. Year in and year out, you count on him for 30-plus starts, 200-plus innings, a couple hundred strikeouts, and usually around 14 or 15 wins. Just 27 years of age. He's been in the league a good while, but came up at a very young age.
So it'll be Valbuena, Castro, and Sherholtz here in the first inning. Interesting. Cubs pitchers have allowed a major league low 76 runs in the first 3 innings. The Brewers staff and their starters with the highest earned run average in the National League have allowed 145 runs over the first 3 frames, the most in Major League Baseball. The Cubs did have an early lead last night, 3-1, and then did not score again, losing 9-3. So here we go. Gallardo to Valbuena, and the fastball at 89 is high and out of the zone, and we're underway.
Gallardo, 4-pitch pitcher, fastball, curveball, slider, change. He'll use the slider and the curveball quite a bit. Doesn't use his changeup very much.
6'2", 215. As Valbuena fouls off left field side. Not throwing as hard as he once did, but he's commanding everything extremely well at the moment. He has not allowed an earned run over his last 21 innings. One pitch hit hard but foul.
Gallardo gave up 3 runs last time out to the Astros, but they were unearned. He pitched shutout baseball in his 2 previous starts. June 15th, 6 shutout innings against the Reds. And June 10th, 8 shutout innings against the Fish. So in the month of June, he's been really good. 2-1 with a 167. I'm going to try to climb the ladder here.
That's high for a ball. 2-2 to Valbuena. 1 for 4 in the opener. The pitch in the dirt. He's run it full. Gallardo has tied a Brewers club record. He has now started in 4 consecutive season openers. He's tied Ben Sheets, who made 4. Just missed. Close. Ball 4.
Valbuena has done a nice job in the leadoff spot. Here he works a deep count, does a little keyhole in here, and this one slides off the outside edge, and Cubs have a base runner.
So Starlin Castro sat out last night. Again, the first time in 270 Cub games, and the first time since August 22nd of 2011. He's hitting about $130 over his last 100 ABs, and has also committed 7 errors over his last 11 games. Well hit, but it's going to drop. Thought it might hold up. Schaefer acted like he was going to catch it. Bottom fell out of that sinking liner, and he's got himself a hit.
And wasting no time. Yeah, goes up there hacking after a couple of days off, the scheduled off day, and then given an off day yesterday by Dale Swaim. The fastball is in a good place, down at the bottom of the knees, outer third. Schaefer putting the glove up there just to deke Valbuena, I think, as much as anything. Make sure he doesn't go first to third. It's Castro now 12 out of 29 against Gallardo, hitting about 400 off of him.
Sherholtz with 2 on, nobody out. Cubs threatening right off the bat. Last night Nate came up with 2 men on, and he hit a go-ahead 3-run homer.
He has shown the ability to get that inside fastball, and when they pitch him away, he'll line it the other way. Doesn't hit home runs to left field, but it's not like he's just cheating and trying to pull the ball. He's already set a career high for home runs in a season 1 year ago. He's hitting .244 with 3 home runs. Really taking advantage of this opportunity, not to be an everyday player, but just about with all the right-handed pitching the Cubs have seen.
Deep breath by Gallardo. Here's his 0-1. Bounced foul, 0-2.
Power has come on the pull side. But he does get plenty of hits to left field as well. Which makes him tough to pitch against.
Now, Buena, bottom of your screen, walked on a close 3-2 pitch. Castro then dumped one into center. And the 0-2 to Sherholtz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the first out.
And a good overhand curveball by Gallardo makes his fastball that much better, and he really cranks on that one. Probably his best pitch.
A real tumbler. Sweeney in the cleanup spot. The second of 4 consecutive left-handed batters in the middle of the order tonight.
Milwaukee dug themselves a pretty big hole in the month of May, going 6-22. They're pitching in May, the worst in the National League, a .491 ERA. Much better, though, in June. They're among the league leaders in team ERA this month, and they're playing winning baseball.
Fastball strike at 90.
So far, he's been able to neutralize the lefties, hitting just .223 against him.
Gallardo, born in Mexico, went to high school at Trimble Tech in Texas. Played with and against Cubs reliever James Russell when they were teenagers in Texas. Lives in Fort Worth in the offseason. The 2-1 to Sweeney, line to left. Caught there by Gindel. That's Caleb Gindel in left. Well, we're used to seeing Ryan Braun out there, but Braun's on the disabled list. So 2 outs. It's up to Anthony Rizzo. He's played 161 games as a Cub. Made his team debut 1 year ago today. 27 homers, 92 RBIs. And we just try to project and look ahead, and those numbers should just keep getting better and better.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Good quote from Kerry Muscat, who covers the Cubs for MLB.com. Talking to Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo said there was a lot of uncertainty because of what happened to me in San Diego. That was fresh in my mind. Remember, he hit 141 in a 49-game debut 2 seasons ago. So it felt like last year really helped him put that completely in the rearview mirror.
Well, that experience, then go through a slump this year, and then this is what the Cubs are talking about with Starlin Castro. As young players, you have to go through those tough times, weather that, come out on the other side, and then you start to settle in. You realize, okay, I can go 1 for 24 and still come back and be a productive player. The key is not to panic.
3-0 on him. Brian Bogusevic is on deck.
Sliding way inside on Rizzo.
So it'll be Bogusevic here making his Cub debut, and he'll bat with the bases loaded. Ryan brought up yesterday replacing Carlos Marmol on the roster. Marmol designated for assignment. Cubs had an extra arm in their bullpen, but now they've got that extra bat back on the bench. Bogusevic, an Oak Lawn, Illinois native, and a former Astro, excited to be back in his hometown, and he was tearing it up.
Had a great spring training. Posted very good numbers down in Iowa. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and what an opportunity he's got with the bases loaded in his first Cub AB.
And he looks at a strike.
A little bit of an adjustment he's made with his stance with the hands held high. That's new this year.
He was a Cubs best hitter in spring training and was one of the last cuts. Fouled back, 0-2.
A long hitting streak early in the season. Was hitting for a high average, tremendous on base percentage. Wasn't hitting home runs early, but lately that has started to come as well. And while with the Astros, he was considered the best athlete on the team. Great arm in the outfield, could play all the outfield positions. You watch him take BP and he hit some bombs, but that power didn't show up in the games. Perhaps some adjustments in the swing, and this go around at the big league level, maybe those power numbers will show up.
Three on, 2 outs in the first inning. Pitch number 22 for Gallardo. Missed badly. Got that one up to 92, maybe overthrew it.
I get a feeling he wants to go back to that curveball he used to strike out Schierholtz.
A little bit of a hanger.
Yeah, stayed up on him. Say it time and time again. I say it so often I get sick of tiring it, but sick of tiring it, tired of saying it. But with these top flight starting pitchers, sometimes you got to get him early, or you won't get him at all.
Wasted chance for the Cubs here in the first inning. 2 walks, a single, but they lead 3, and Scott Feldman will head to the mound when we return to Milwaukee.
The boys used double miles from their Capital One venture card to fly home for the big family reunion. You must be Garth's father.
Hello.
Mother. Traveling is easy with the venture card because you can fly any airline, anytime.
2 words. Double miles. This guy can act. Want to play Dodge Rock?
Oh, you guys. And with double miles you can actually use, you never miss the fun. Beard growing contest and go. I win. What's in your wallet?
Hey, Kevin. Still eating chalk for heartburn? Try new Alka-Seltzer fruit chews. They work fast on heartburn and taste awesome.
These are good.
Told ya.
Feeling better already?
New Alka-Seltzer fruit chews. Enjoy the relief.
Whether you're running for a train or training for a run, find your balance. Every delicious Balance Bar has 40-30-30 balance nutrition to give you energy that lasts. Balance Bar. Have you found your balance?
You gotta be kidding me with this new carryout deal.
I'm not kidding. Get a large 3-topping Domino's pizza for $7.99, Monday to Thursday.
Didn't it used to be through Wednesday?
We made it better.
The new carryout special every Monday through Thursday, only at Domino's.
Oh, we up for the Glow Show. Yeah, we down here on the ground. Yeah, we up above low. Yeah, we up in the
Come
clouds.
alive
Yeah,
with the refreshing taste of Lipton iced tea. Feel the taste.
Let's check in on Ron Renicki's Brewers starting lineup. Nori Aoki will start it. Gene Segura having an all-star first half. Jonathan Lucroy's been hot here lately. Former Cub Aramis Ramirez with 1,999 career hits. Francisco's at first, Weeks at second. We mentioned them in the open. Big nights last night. Schaefer in center with Gomez out day to day. Gindel in left for Braun and Gallardo the pitcher.
Toyota brings us the Cubs defense this evening. Brian Bogusevic makes the start in left. Sweeney center. Shearholz in his customary position out there in right infield. Valbuena, Castro, Barney, Rizzo, Wellington, Castillo. Behind the plate for Scott Feldman, who is 6-6 with a 3.39 ERA. He's making his 15th start. He's completed one of them. 2-4 with a 4.11 ERA on the road this year. This is his third consecutive road start.
Second start here in Milwaukee this season. Ball one on Aoki. Feldman's first start here back on April 21st. 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, 1 earned. He committed a 2-out error. It was a big one. The next batter, Ryan Braun, hit a 3-run homer.
Alternated good start, bad start over his last 4. 5 last time out to St. Louis, 4 earned and 5+. 5 in the third last time out against St. Louis. Aoki's been awfully good against Cub pitching.
And 2-2.
Got that big leg kick, and he picks it up and just holds it there. Watch him just kind of steady it there. It'd be fun for the pitcher to be able to just freeze his motion too, to see how long Aoki can keep that leg in the air.
Who can stand on one leg the longest? Sweeney's got it.
It's a flamingo off. The leg kick in sequence. I would say the June Taylor dancers, but nobody under the age of 50 would know what I was talking about.
Here's Segura. He's got 100 hits, leading the National League. He's got an 8-game hitting streak. And the trade the Brewers made last year, sending Zach Greinke to the Angels. And a lot of times for the team dealing the veteran, you've got to wait several years before you know if it's going to be a good trade for you, because you bring in minor league guys. But Segura has been excellent, and Johnny Helwig, 6'9" right-hander, now on their roster. Alfredo Figueroa now going to the DL, so Helwig will make his major league debut on Friday.
And Helwig was leading the Pacific Coast League in earned run average, so they're excited to get that big guy here and see what he can do. A lot of times when you make that kind of a trade, you target, obviously, if you have a need and you're looking for a shortstop. But more times than not, you're just looking for the guys at the top of the prospect list from your trading partner. Sometimes those guys are down in A-ball. Sometimes those guys are almost major league ready, and obviously that was the case with Segura. I'm assuming that's Helwig.
He'll start at Pittsburgh on Friday night. Jonathan Lucroy batting third. Ball one. Big 2-run single as part of a 5-run fifth last night. It sent Edwin Jackson to the dugout after just 4 2/3 innings. Feldman's 1-0 is a strike called, 1-1.
Fastball 90-91 for Scott. He'll throw a 2-seamer with a little run and sink. A lot of cutters. There's Carlos Gomez. He's still banged up, so he's got to do whatever he can do to entertain himself and his mates.
Might be back tomorrow in the lineup, probably Friday. A soft liner caught by Castro. Much easier first for Feldman than for Gallardo, but we are scoreless.
Well, ready to go look?
So ready. Lots of options, huh? I can help you narrow it down. Okay.
Thanks.
This one's smudge-free. Smudge-free? Really? And this one beeps when you leave the door open.
Get those brand name bells and whistles, even on a budget, with red, white, and blue savings.
Thank you.
More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Buy now and save $300 on this stainless steel Samsung refrigerator.
Show it off, America. Show off that belt you replaced. Show off the fuel pump, the oil change, the upgrade. You did it. There are a lot of places you can go to do it yourself, but there's only one place that can help you do it right. AutoZone. Because even the pros know parts are just part of what we do. We have the advice, the instructions, we even loan tools. So show it off, America. You did it right. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
When you experience something great, you want to share it with everyone. That's why more customers recommend Verizon, America's largest 4G LTE network. Countless reasons, one choice. That's powerful. Verizon.
You gotta be kidding me with this new carryout deal.
I'm not kidding. Get a large 3-topping Domino's pizza for $7.99, Monday to Thursday.
Didn't it used to be through Wednesday?
We made it better.
The new carryout special every Monday through Thursday, only at Domino's.
Cubs and Mariners, Friday 10 East, 7 West on WGN America.
Cub fans, make sure you check out Len and JD's baseball blog at WGNTV.com. Sponsored by Jeff Vukovich, your nationwide insurance agent, serving the area for 34 years. You can join the nation at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side as Wellington Castillo takes a strike. You pinned our blog post for this evening's game, and it's really interesting as you allude to the 9-game losing streak for the Cubs here in this ballpark. There's one hammered toward the gap. It's going to drop down, and it would be a single for Castillo, who's been hot here lately. When you were with the Astros, you had an 11-game losing streak at old Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. So what did you decide to do?
Well, it was 87, 88, somewhere in there. We dropped 11 straight at the Murph, and Lori and I were in a bookstore just wandering around, and I happened to stumble upon the section on the occult and witchcraft and all that. This might be fun, so I started flipping through it, and sure enough, there was a spell there, how to cast a spell on your enemy's house. And, well, that's about as close as we're going to get. So that's what I did.
You cast a spell on Jack Murphy Stadium.
On Jack Murphy Stadium. I recruited a couple of teammates, Larry Anderson and Dave Smith. And this whole little deal I had to do. I had to bring some twigs. We had to spit on them. We had to light them on fire. There was this incantation we had to recite.
And did it work?
It worked.
Late swing by Barney.
It was burner be burned, turner be turned, let nothing but good come from this wood. Now, the actual spell called for twigs of 3 certain trees, which, wasn't that committed. I just grabbed 3 twigs, 3 closest twigs I could find. 3 twigs, 3 idiots, a little fire, incantation, losing streak over.
High 1-2 on Barney.
The really funny part about this was while we were doing it was during BP, and we kind of snuck back into the clubhouse. And Glenn Davis, our first baseman, came in, and Bootsy said, "Hey man, you ought not to be messing with that stuff." And notice he only had 1 AB because he blew out his hamstring running to first base. Pretty good lineup though. Robbie Alomar, Tony Gwynn.
Another one shot out toward the gap. This one's going to go to the wall. Castillo motoring toward third. David Bell says, head on home. Relay throw won't be made. Darwin Barney gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead on an RBI double.
I'm taking a page out of the Brewers playbook last night. Brewers hitters very good driving the ball the other way last night. Castillo goes that way, and now Barney. Fastball down, but over the heart of the plate. splits the gap in right center. Good base running by Wellington Castillo. He's not really speedy, but no assumptions made by him. Sometimes you see guys start to break it down as they get about halfway between second and third, and he gave David Bell a chance to send him home, and David went ahead and said, yeah, go for it. You're running good. Let's make it happen.
And now Feldman will try to bunt Barney to third. Still nobody out. Bunted foul. So who happened to be on the mound that night for the Astros?
That's the whole key to the whole thing. If you're going to cast a spell, make sure you got a good starting pitcher going. And if you happen to have a future Hall of Famer on your team, one of the best of all time, that's a great night to cast a spell.
Dave Smith got the save.
He got the save. He spent some time with the Cubs. Wow, they're giving Barney a lot of room.
There he goes. Swing and a miss. Nobody covering. Got to take it. Good call.
Interesting that this early in the game they would be so aggressively defending the bunt, but they left Barney with all kinds of room out there as Wheat started to cheat toward first base, maybe anticipating that pitch would be made earlier than it was. Good heads-up base running by Barney.
Infield still in. It's 0-2 on Feldman. Swinging away and missing.
I have no idea what that means.
But apparently the baseball gods did know. And it worked out for your Astros.
Yeah, won the next night too. Keith Moreland was in the lineup for the Padres that night.
Infield still in. Barney at third, one out. Valbuena just got a piece of it.
Third all-time in Brewer franchise history in strikeouts, trailing only Ben Sheets and Teddy Higuera. So he's the guy who could pitch out of a jam like this with the strikeout. And he's not afraid to walk either, to not give in. Man on third, one out. Cubs 71% of the time have been able to cash in a run in this situation. That's better than league average.
The kick and the pitch, it's low. Matt Garza for the Cubs tomorrow. Right-hander Willie Peralta for the Brewers, and then off to the American League West. Cubs will play 3 in Seattle, off day Monday, and then 3 in Oakland for the first time ever. Buena went.
A little anxious, and Guerrero very good at doing that, changing the eye level, go with that breaking ball down, then elevate the fastball. So he got Bogusevic there in the first inning. He's just not going to throw many strikes in this situation. If he shows willingness to swing, he'll keep working out of the zone.
Cubs snapping his consecutive streak of innings without an unearned run. Base hit. 2-0. Without allowing an earned run, I should say. We've got to 22 innings, and the Cubs getting him for 2 here in the second.
And stay back, uses the middle of the field. Well done.
Second 2-run lead of the series for the Cubs. Pitch to Castro, misses, ball 1. Castro essentially getting 2 days off. Cubs were off Monday. He got the night off last night.
Yeah, Sunday was a day game, so
2.5 days.
Yeah. Barney and Dale Swaim, no doubt, discussing that play where he stole third base. Dale said, yeah, it is a good idea for a middle infielder to stay somewhat near you when you're on second base.
Swing and a miss on a curve for his 4th strikeout.
Typically among the league leaders in that department. 4 consecutive years of 200-plus strikeouts for Gallardo.
First Brewer ever to do that.
In 2011, he pitched 207 innings, struck out 207 men. Last year, he pitched 204 innings, struck out 204 men.
Do the math here. That's about 1 an inning.
That is. He's a little bit off that pace this year. '16-game winner last year, 17 wins the year before. An All-Star in 2010.
Behind in the count to Scherholtz, 2-0.
Base stealers can take advantage of Gallardo. He's not particularly quick to home plate. High leg kick, kind of a long arm action.
Walked a couple in the first inning.
Given the way Scherholtz has been swinging the bat, I'd be inclined to give him a green light here.
And he does get the green light. And he's going to fly out to Schaefer just at the edge of the track in right center. Cubs get a couple, lead 2-0 early.
Way off. Try the Picante.
A little more to the left.
We're trying our best, sir. Maybe the round one.
You're not very good at this, are you?
Fire all 4.
Are you serious?
I'm waiting.
Make it rain. Bullseye. 4 flavors, 4 shapes, new Cheetos mix-ups.
Both Tylenol and Bare Back and Body are proven to be effective pain relievers. Tylenol works by blocking pain signals to your brain. Bare Back and Body's dual-action formula includes aspirin, which blocks pain at the site. Try the power of Bare Back and Body.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, posters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
Pack and ship with confidence. Visit the upsstore.com/guarantee today.
We're at the legendary South Fork Ranch in Dallas for a cookout with world champion grill master Brett Galloway. He's serving his guests Walmart Choice Premium Steak.
But they don't know it yet.
They will. It's a steakover.
Steak was excellent.
Very tender. Melts in your mouth. It was delicious.
Tonight, you're eating Walmart steak.
Wow.
It's a good steak. 2 thumbs up.
Look, I ate all of mine.
It matches any good steakhouse, if not better.
Walmart Choice Premium Steak in the black package. It's 100% money back guaranteed. Try it for your next backyard barbecue.
Watch How I Met Your Mother tomorrow at 8
I'd love to.
on WGN America.
Hey, Cub fans, if you'd like to manage the game along with Dale Swaim, log on to WGNTV.com right now. Click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner and connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and info while watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape, pools, patio sets, play sets, hot tubs, and more. Former Cub Aramis Ramirez sitting on 1,999 hits. Well hit, deep left center, and there it is, number 2,000, and it's a home run a day after his 35th birthday.
No surprise to see Ramirez attack that first pitch. He's done it, and he's done it successfully for a good long while now. Cubs fans fully aware of that. He's back to bite his former team, 5th home run. And congratulations to Aramis for career hit number 2,000, trying to put that outside edge with a cut fastball, and it drifted back over the heart of the plate.
15th active player to get to 2,000. And one of his teammates out in that bullpen got the ball for him too. So it's 2-1. He's been bothered by some knee problems this season. It's certainly not on that swing. And here's a guy who never gets cheated, Juan Francisco. Everybody's all right. The barrel of the bat went flying into the stands in about the 3rd row as Francisco grounds out.
Oof. Yeah, this guy is going to need some medical attention. I didn't even see where the ball went.
No,
where did he hit that?
Wasn't looking either. Bring up Ricky Weeks. MLB's done a lot of studies and tried its best to keep bats from breaking. They're just going to break, and that one was a particularly bad one. Blowing outside on Weeks, who hit 2 home runs last night.
I think, the maple bats, they tend to shatter more. And guys like to use such thin-handled bats. They hit the ball down off the end of the bat sometimes and just snap. And then that barrel becomes a very dangerous projectile.
Look, I know people pay big money to sit really close to the field, but I do think we're not too far away from the screen being extended a little bit around home plate, at least a shorter screen that might go over the dugouts. There's just no time to react. 2-2. swing and the miss. Strike 3.
The 29th Annual Cubs Convention will take place at the Sheraton Chicago Hotel and Towers on January 17th, 18th, and 19th. Rooms can be reserved by visiting Cubs.com/convention or by calling the Sheraton at 1-800-325-3535 and asking for the Cubs convention rate. All reservations at the Sheraton Chicago come with convention passes built right into the room package. So please join us this January. Should be a lot of fun.
Logan Schaefer, 2 for his last 29. Hitless last night. Did get hit by a pitch. Made a really nice running catch in center field. I would say it was Carlos Gomezian, if that's a word.
It is now.
Rizzo will head to the bag unassisted. Aramis Ramirez with a leadoff homer, and it's now 2-1 Cubs after 2.
Whether you're running for a train or training for a run, find your balance. Every delicious Balance Bar has 40-30-30 balance nutrition to give you energy that lasts. Balance Bar. Have you found your balance?
I stayed one time.
We stayed another time.
And now we're eating free.
At Choice Hotels, 2 stays pays. Right now, when you take 2 separate trips, you can earn a free $50 gift card for dining, shopping, or gas. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Show it off, America. Show off that belt you replaced. Show off the fuel pump, the oil change, the upgrade. You did it. There are a lot of places you can go to do it yourself, but there's only one place that can help you do it right. AutoZone. Because even the pros know parts are just part of what we do. We have the advice, the instructions, we even loan tools. So show it off, America. You did it right. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
No boots, no jeans, no beards, nothing but old-fashioned justice. Criminal Intent, weekdays at 5.
Join us, WGN Channel 9 local in Chicago, CLTV or WGNTV.com. 9 a.m. Friday, we'll celebrate the Cup. Stanley Cup coming back to Chicago. Congrats to the Blackhawks. Blackhawk fans still celebrating this week with a big win in Game 6 Monday night.
So many overtime games throughout the playoffs. The celebration has to go overtime.
I think basically they played essentially 7 full games when you add all the overtimes through the 6.
Yeah, and because the question was, what are you going to do to top that Detroit series? And the final series was the answer.
Yeah. The 1-1 on the way to Ryan Sweeney. That one powdered to deep right and boom, a home run. They get that run right back to make it 3-1.
I wonder how many times David DeJesus has been called Wally Pip during this run by Ryan Sweeney. It's pretty much standard operating procedure in a big league dugout when a guy's hurt and his replacement starts to play well. We call Lou Gehrig and what he did to Wally Pip. Took his spot, never let go.
Number 4 for Sweeney. Rizzo deep to left. Gindel back on the the track. It's right at the base of the wall. And Anthony has a double. Cubs teeing off on Gallardo here in the third.
Well, it's been fun to watch this team hit here in the last few days, taking this more aggressive approach. Dale said, hit to take, don't take to hit. And they're up there looking to swing the bats, and it's really paying off. You run the risk of giving a pitcher some easy innings, but much more aggressive at the plate. Gindel actually quit on this ball a little bit. He turns around, opts to play it off the wall, and you see the ball hit right off the base of the wall. So if he continued to pursue that, he probably would have been able to make a play on it.
Bogusevic foul tips.
14 Cubs have come to bat in this game. 8 of them have reached. 6 hits, a couple of walks.
Bounced foul. I got a question.
All right.
Ryan Sweeney never gets hat hair.
Maybe it's just the perfect.
Yeah, there's something about it.
Yeah.
Got a good stylist. Talking mechanics with his teammate Scott Hairston. Blocked by Lucroy. Love to hear from you. LennonJD at Tribune.com is our email address. We're on Facebook and Twitter as well. That's way high. It's 2-2. I posted on the blog the USA Today article by Ted Berg. He was at Old Timers Day at Yankee Stadium and had a long conversation with Ricky Henderson about the virtues of a good leadoff hitter, and it's really fascinating, some of the quotes.
Ricky quotes, that's always fascinating.
Well, Henderson, pretty widely accepted, the greatest leadoff hitter of all time, greatest base stealer. Here's one quote. People ask, how do you steal all those bases? But they never say, what do you do to get on base? The first thing is, can you get on base a lot to give you the opportunity to steal so many bases? That's what the guys aren't doing, meaning today. They're not finding a way to get on the base paths. That one poked out in the left. Gindel backpedaling and dropped it. Bogusevic will make it to second. Rizzo to third.
Gindel, who perhaps could have had a play on Rizzo's ball, clearly had a play on Bogusevic's, and that thing just got hung up in the lights. The bright sky poking through the panels above the first base dugout. He lost it. Lucky he didn't get hit in the face. Kudos to Brian Bogusevic, not quitting on the play, hustling into second. That's a two-base error and a big opportunity now for the Cubs. Still nobody out in the inning.
That's an error on Gindel, which I think is the right call, even if he did lose it in the lights. Brewers bring their infielders in. Here's Castillo, who's already 1 for 1 and has been red hot as of late.
Yeah, that's the ball that really is problematic, that kind of humpback liner. Gets in those lights and stays in the lights.
Curve for a strike.
have got Gallardo on the ropes now. Got to get at least one more out of this. Didn't have to be a strike. That's a good pitch after that slow curve. Fastball down. Gallardo very good when he stays tall and drives that fastball down around the knees. Probably not a strike.
Sweeney led off the inning with a homer, a double, and a two-base error since. And there's a bouncer deep in the hole at third, and Ramirez will get Castile with the runners holding.
A similar ball here, and Rizzo's probably coming home on contact with nobody out. You're not going to take that risk. 1 out, 8-hole hitter up, pitcher next. You're going to be aggressive, willing to take a chance. Yeah, but to get back to Ricky Henderson, that's what made him so special. He had the on-base skills plus the speed, and that's hard to find. And we have this discussion a lot. As a manager, what would you rather have, the high on-base guy at the top of the order or the speed guy? And I think baseball's coming around to a point where if you can't have both, you'll take that on-base presence more so than the stolen base guy.
Says you got to be able to hit with 2 strikes. You want to give your teammates as many looks at that pitcher to start a game. Out into right center, not deep. Schaefer's going to make the grab. Rizzo's going to tag. Here's the throw to the plate. Perfect throw by Schaefer. That's a double play to end the inning. And the Cubs settle for a single tally on the leadoff homer by Sweeney.
Hey, Kevin. Still eating chalk for heartburn?
Try new Alka-Seltzer fruit chews. They work fast on heartburn and taste awesome.
These are good.
Told ya.
Feeling better already?
New Alka-Seltzer fruit chews. Enjoy the relief.
More Tostitos Cantina chips at table 3. Coming right up.
This table is incredible.
Here you go.
All right.
Hey, babe, how are you?
What are all these people doing in your apartment?
They think it's an actual Mexican restaurant.
I'm glad you're here. We're actually short-staffed.
Need a rush.
Put this on.
Tostitos, Cantina, chips, and salsa. Real restaurant taste, wherever your party's at.
They need more salsa at table 5.
Waiter.
You mean the Ottoman?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me with this new carryout deal.
I'm not kidding. Get a large 3-topping Domino's pizza for $7.99, Monday to Thursday.
Didn't it used to be through Wednesday?
We made it better.
The new carryout special every Monday through Thursday, only at Domino's.
Snap out of your snack routine with delicious Pringles sticks. Everything pops with Pringles sticks.
Attention, Kmart shoppers.
This summer, Kmart and Sony Pictures want you to flip for the best summer ever. Visit shopyourway.com/grownups2 and enter the Kmart Stars of Summer Sweepstakes for your chance to win a roll. Not that kind of roll. A movie roll as an extra in a Sony Pictures film. And make sure to look for Kmart in Grown Ups 2 in theaters July 12th, rated PG-13.
There's a raft in there.
And blow this summer out. Grown Ups 2 and Kmart. It all starts here.
How I Met Your Mother tomorrow at 8.
That's what your mom said.
On WGN America.
Does it get any better than this?
Time now for Xfinity Home from Comcast. The Brewers with the best home record in the National League since 2011. 2 games under this season at 19 and 21. Get peace of mind with Xfinity Home, the total home security and home control solution that keeps you more connected to what matters most. Well, the Cubs got a run on the home run by Sweeney, but felt like they left some on the table there. Nice play by Logan Schaefer to turn a double play to get out of the inning.
Yeah, and obviously a situation where Rizzo's going to be aggressive with Scott Feldman due up next. You had Schaefer moving across the field, so it's tough to make that adjustment to get turned back, get your shoulder closed, and make an accurate throw home. And then LaCroix with the pick on the short hop to apply the tag.
So it's Gindel who committed the error to lead it off. One hit for Milwaukee. That was the Ramirez home run. And ball one.
We're talking about the Brewers at home in 2011 when they won the division. They were 57-24 here in this ballpark. So the Cubs aren't the only ones taking a beating here in Milwaukee.
96 games that year in all, club record. First division title since '82. And went all the way to the NLCS.
And Ron Renicky thought, this is going to be easy. Just a matter of time before I'm lifting that World Series trophy.
Yeah, that was his first year. 83 and 79 last year. And well under 500 at this point.
A very good winning percentage overall for Renicky. His brief tenure here, 2+ years in Milwaukee.
Base hit for Gindel to make up for the error.
Hard to believe, but MLB.TV is celebrating 11 years with new low yearly prices. Ooh, this is fresh off the presses. Watch every out-of-market game live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality with MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere, right over your shoulder. There it is. You can't believe it.
This guy can hit. Silver Slugger in 2010. He bunts here. Little bobble by Rizzo. Still time. And he gets it to Barney.
There to bunt. You get one in the zone. Bunt it. Boy, that's a nice form there. Uses his legs.
Gallardo has 12 career home runs. It was his 26th career sacrifice. Runner at second with one away. Aoki 0 for 1. And a strike. Lots of Yankee news today. Start with injuries. Mark Teixeira is going to have right wrist surgery and will miss the rest of the season. An ESPN NewYork.com report that says A-Rod thinks the Yankees don't want him to return to the team this season and maybe ever again. Left center. And the Brewers are going to get a run. Aoki on his way to second as Gindel cruises to the plate. 3-2.
Cubs have had all kinds of base runners. Managed to score just 3 runs. The Brewers have had 3 base runners and scored 2. RBI double by Aoki, cut off here before we get to the wall by Bogasevic, perhaps saving a triple. Aoki 37 2-base hits last year.
Look at that. Well, ideally you get a lot of chances, so if you end up with 20 chances to knock him in with runners in scoring position, even if you come through 3 or 4 times, it may be enough. Base runners are good. Runs are better.
Yeah, you don't get extra points for being efficient, for scoring a high percentage. There he goes.
Aoki to third. Little double clutch there by Castillo. That cost him. Aoki almost came off the bag. We've seen 2 steals of third. Barney for the Cubs, Aoki for the Brewers.
We talked about Gallardo being fairly easy to run on. In Barney's case, it was a situation where they just left him alone out there in a bunt situation. Here's just a great break by Aoki. It was an off-speed pitch up. Castillo had a hard time getting a handle on it. Feldman's been fairly easy to run on as well. That's 15 steals for Scott on the mound. Only 2 have been caught.
Infielders come in with a 1-1 count on Segura. Segura came in with an 8-game hitting streak. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was funky. I don't think I've ever seen a swing quite like that. The head flying out of the way, and yet he took a big cut at it. Closed his eyes.
See it time and time again. That man on third base. Hitters get overly aggressive. Cheating early with his swing. He's did it again.
On the hands that time, 2-2.
You can see the Cubs, after the way Segura was hitting the ball last night, they're going to try to pound him in a little bit here. I don't think they'll stay exclusively in on him, but everything middle of the way last night, he was just hammering that ball to right field.
Called strike 3. And the fastball.
How big is that to get one of the best hitters in the league to punch out with a man on third base? So after a couple fastballs in off the plate, that cut fastball just hovers over the inside corner. Borderline pitch. Could have gone either way. We've seen Paul Schreiber be a little generous in there on a couple of occasions tonight.
Well, obviously a big strikeout with that runner at third. Now 2 outs, and it's Lucroy who lined to short in the first. Feldman steps off.
No Braun, no Gomez. Corey Hart's been out all year. More of a burden now put on the likes of Jonathan Lucroy. He got off to a slow start, but lately he's been good.
Ramirez homered earlier. He's on deck.
Steele sets up over that outside edge. Feldman hits the bullseye.
Nice curveball. 2-2.
Jonathan Lucroy last year 389 with runners in scoring position on National Leaguers with at least 100 plate appearances in those situations. Only Alan Craig at 400 was better.
Feldman trying to put him away, and he does. Good riser at 92 to get out of the inning. The Brewers get one. It's 3-2 Cubs at the end of 3.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Get whatever you want, baby.
Let's just share a 20-piece.
20 McNuggets for only $4.99? Oh, man, she's beautiful, smart, and sensible. Jackpot.
Anything else?
Get next to McDonald's crispy, juicy chicken McNuggets, so you get the taste you love at a price you'll love even more.
Guess who's going to the game?
Thank you. There's always more to love at McDonald's.
Jack Link's Jerky presents Snackin' with Sasquatch.
Those aren't even cards.
Feed your wild side.
Way off. Try the picante.
A little more to the left.
We're trying our best, sir. Maybe the round one.
You're not very good at this, are you?
Fire all four.
Are you serious?
I'm waiting.
Make it rain. Bullseye. 4 flavors, 4 shapes, new Cheetos mix-ups.
You gotta be kidding me with this new carry-out deal.
I'm not kidding. Get a large 3-topping Domino's pizza for $7.99, Monday to Thursday.
Didn't it used to be through Wednesday?
We made it better.
The new carry-out special every Monday through Thursday, only at Domino's.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Welcome back. Cubs 3, Brewers 2. Hey, good to see members of the Cubs security crew here. And they want to see Pat and Keith. There they are.
They got that sign. Say, hi, Pat and Keith. Please describe us. Very clear terms on radio tonight. We want to be on the radio.
Called strike on Scott Feldman. Feeling a little Feldmania at the plate tonight?
I don't know. He's usually better when he's got men in scoring position. Punched out last time. Having a hard time laying off that bender. Here's the rally banana. Oh boy. I think that
I'm gonna miss strike 3.
Banana's been tinkered with genetically. There's something going on there.
Favorite band, Bananarama. Hey, you going to Summerfest tonight?
I was going way back to the Banana Splits.
Oh yeah,
TV show.
Summerfest started tonight. You're going to try to get over and catch the Violent Femmes before the park closes?
We got a day game tomorrow.
Yeah, well. And your point is what?
I can't. That's
too late.
Hang. I'm too old. Who's it? Who's playing?
The Violent Femmes.
How are they?
They're pretty good. They're from Milwaukee.
Have you heard them before?
Oh yeah. You've heard them before.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
I don't know, man.
Bounced to a backhanding Weeks. Going to be an error on him. How often do you see an infielder basically back up on a play and it eats him up?
You contrast that to the plays you see Darwin Barney make, and the one thing I really like about Barney on balls like that, he scampers over there and gets in front of this ball instead of playing it to the backhand side. Weeks had that option. A couple quicker steps, and he squares up behind that ball. A little bit easier to field, perhaps. And if he charges it and bobbles it, maybe he still has a shot. But once you retreat and bobble, even with that shorter throw from second base, you're not going to get your guy. Second error of the night. Charge to the Brewers. Gindel, you recall, has played that ball in the lights and left. Now this one by Weeks. A lot of traffic. against Gallardo here. Cubs probably feel like they should have at least 5.
Cubs leading 3-2. 1 out base runner on an error. Castro takes. It's low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hard to imagine Gallardo pitching deep in this game with all the base runners he's had to deal with. A lot of high stress pitches, a lot of pitches, period. Faced 6 batters in the first, 6 more in the second, 5 in the third. This is pitch number 70 coming up.
R.A. Dickey with a 2-hit shutout for the Blue Jays in St. Pete. 3-0 Jays over the Rays. They've won 12 out of 14. Dickey improving to 7 and 8.
Blue Jays got Jose Reyes back today too. He went 0 for 4, but still thrilled to have him back in the lineup.
They had to send Munenori Kawasaki to AAA to make room for Reyes.
Sometimes a strike, sometimes not in there.
Gallardo's 3-1. Rolled into right. Second hit of the night for Castro. Valbuena's going to hold it second.
I'm sure it would be nice to see Castro get on a nice roll after this time off. Chance to clear his head a little bit and regroup. 2 out of 3 tonight. And this is a fastball down and away, and he does exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch. I'm a big believer in off days. I think they really pay off. So Kawasaki kid got sent down to AAA, and he was so popular with his teammates that manager John Gibbons actually had a clubhouse meeting to kind of thank him and to send him on his way, and hugs all the way around. Really a neat story. I've never heard of that before.
He also said he'll be back.
Kawasaki hit a home run over the weekend, his only one with Toronto, and a big curtain call came out, was bowing to all the fans in Toronto. Got a standing ovation for a sacrifice bunt the other day.
One and 1 to Scherholz. Marlins kicking up their heels. They just swept the Twins in a 2-game series. 5-3 the final. Comeback victory today. They started the year 14-41. But they'll have a winning June. They're 13-9 so far this month. Still have the worst record in baseball at 27-50. Upward cut. 1-2.
Struck out on the slow curveball first time up. Clearly that was on his mind, and couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball quickly enough.
Pirates sweeping the Mariners in a 2-gamer. Now winners of 6 in a row. 4-2 the final today.
Speaking of the Pirates,
they could be happier. 6-game winning streak. Pirates are 48-30 And for the first time since their last winning season, they're 18 over 500. They just went 7-2 on a road trip to Cincinnati, Anaheim, and Seattle. That's pretty impressive. Cubs will not face King Felix this weekend. He pitched today. Another foul.
Cubs Authentics is the premier outlet for all MLB authenticated Cubs memorabilia, from game-used baseballs, bases, and jerseys to autograph bats and photos. Cubs Authentics has the most exclusive Cubs memorabilia. Visit the Wrigley Field Concourse, the Cubs store, which is directly across from Wrigley Field, or Cubs.com/authentics for all your Cubs memorabilia needs.
Good battle here. Gallardo and Scherholtz. Bueno the runner at second, Castro at first. Here it is, and it missed outside.
A tough at bat here for Scherholtz as he battles Gallardo. Troy trying to steal one there for his pitcher, but that was off the edge.
Fly ball out into deep left center. Playable. It's Schaefer on the track. Buena's going to tag. Castro's going to hold. First and third, 2 outs. Time to look at our AT&T Uverse replay. Ryan Sweeney with a leadoff line shot home run in the third inning. Made it 3-1. Find out what's possible with products and services from AT&T. Rethink possible. A.J. Griffin with a 2-hit shutout for the A's. 5-0. They swept the Reds in Oakland. 7-3 last night, 5-0 today. .108 pitches for Griffin. Getting a lot of chances here with runners in scoring position. Stephen Vogt, VOGT, he caught today for the A's. He went 0 for 25 last year with the Tampa Bay Rays. He's now 0 for 31 in his career. Since 1990, the only longer hitless streak to start a career was Chris Carter. We just saw him with the Astros. That was with the A's in 2010. He started 0 for 33.
It's important not to peak too early in this game.
Right. You want to ease in.
Yeah, you don't want to raise that bar. Right. People come to expect it, and then you just become a disappointment.
Right around league average for the Cubs to get a run. First and third, 2 outs. Brewers pitchers have been fairly stingy in allowing it. It's full 3-2.
Off-speed pitch there from Gallardo. Let's see if he tries to jam him with a fastball in, or if he stays soft. Sweeney's had 2 good at-bats tonight. A line out first time, and then the home run last.
Castro runs with 2 outs. Curveball outside to load him up.
Gallardo didn't want to give in. Sweeney wouldn't chase. Good at bat. Rick Kranitz, pitching coach, out to the mound to talk to his veteran right-hander. Away, away, away throughout that entire at bat on Sweeney.
Had a nice chat with the former member of the Cubs organization, Rick Kranitz. 22 years with the Cubs prior to being hired by the Marlins back in 2006. So he's been a pitching coach with Florida, Baltimore, now here in Milwaukee. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, and he's a terrific pitching coach.
It's probably delivering a message, something along the lines of, look, a lot of base runners tonight. You've been on the ropes all night long, but we're down just a run. Don't give in now. Continue to battle.
Bases loaded. Rizzo, strike 1.
First pitch changeup from Gallardo.
Pitching coach paces on a night like this. All kinds of traffic for a starter. Cubs stranded the bases loaded in the first. 0-2.
Rizzo jumped on the first pitch he saw last time for that double to left field. A changeup and then slider. Those pitches at about the same speed, 84, 85 miles an hour.
Ground ball, base hit. Valbuena's going to score. So will Castro. That's a big hit for Rizzo. And the lead is now 3. It's 5-2.
Had he not delivered there would have been a growing sense of doom in the Cubs dugout. Has one chance after another slipped by the boards, but he comes up with a huge 2-out, 2-strike hit. Get inside the head of Gallardo after going change-up breaking ball, figuring, all right, I've slowed his bat down. I should be able to beat him with an inside fastball, but Rizzo quick enough to get the barrel on it.
Get some action in the Milwaukee pen.
Those runs will be unearned due to the error by Weeks on Valbuena.
Bogus Savic, ball 1. That's the 90th pitch of the night for Gallardo. We're only in the 4th inning. Former Cub Tom Gorzolani. Grab a ball from Lee Tunnell, their bullpen coach.
Sense that maybe that base hit by Rizzo took the last bit of fight out of Gallardo here tonight.
He's had to work really hard tonight to get the 11 outs he's got. Defense hasn't helped him a lot either. Bases loaded again.
You hit around like this, you start to lose confidence, they don't trust your stuff, and you hope hitters get themselves out by chasing. And in this inning, neither Sweeney nor Bogusevic willing to do that. Took their walks, keep the line moving. If it's not the ace of the staff, Ron Renicke's probably making a move by now.
Yeah, this is a really instructive inning for the Cubs. Really putting the pressure on the pitcher to make a pitch. Grinding him out. Bounce to the shortstop, Segura. He will flip to Weeks to end the inning. The Cubs add 2 to their lead. It's now 5-2 in the fourth.
On Rules of Engagement, there are soulmates.
You keep a file of every mistake I have made?
I'm sure I've missed a few. I'm not perfect.
And lots of mates.
You just make jokes about relationships because you wish you could have one.
Right. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go do whatever I feel like doing all the time.
Rules of Engagement, weeknights at midnight on WGN America.
This Wendy's salad does taste like summer.
It's like watching sunsets at 9 o'clock.
It's like lying in a hammock.
It's like...
Your Wendy's salad.
Thank you, Andre. It's divine.
Andre? Who's Andre? Busted. Yep.
Grab a taste of summer with Wendy's Berry Almond Chicken Salad. It's back with fresh strawberries and blueberries and warm grilled chicken.
Does Andre like strawberries?
Now that's better.
And now kids' meals just $1.99 after 4.
Anyone have occasional constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating?
Yes.
One Phillips Colon Health probiotic cap each day helps defend against these digestive issues with 3 strains of good bacteria. Live the regular life. Phillips.
Go lunch at Olive Garden. Go for lunch combinations starting at $6.99, like our new signature meatball sandwich or melty chicken parmesan. Unlimited satisfaction starting at $6.99. Where should we go? Go Olive Garden.
Alec, for this mission, I've upgraded your smartphone. Right. But the most important feature of all is...
the Capital One Purchase Eraser. I can redeem the double miles I earned with my venture card to erase recent travel purchases. And with a few clicks, this mission never happened. What's this button do?
You requested backup?
Yes. Yes, I did. What's in your wallet?
Let's take a look at tonight's Mazda drive to victory. Former Cub Aramis Ramirez with a milestone hit. Number 2,000, a leadoff homer in the second. Drive to victory brought to you by your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Mazda dealers. He'll lead off the bottom of the fourth. A home run for him. The 347th of his career. Just his 44th game this season. We mentioned a couple of knee sprains on slides into second base this year. We've only seen 2 pitches tonight. He's hit both hard. This one right to Valbuena, who throws him out. One away, and it's Francisco.
He hit the highest home run since 2009 last night.
Hang time over 7 seconds, right?
Yeah, and then 7.25 seconds. People keep track of that. It's a good way to scout. Watch amateur players. That's one thing scouts do. They go watch amateur players take BP, and if they hit high, deep drives, that speaks to the power potential. Even if it stays in the ballpark, if they're bouncing them on the warning track and they're hitting them very high, you got to be strong to do that.
back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Red Sox beat the Rockies 5-3. Another 2-game sweep. I got to say the story of that game's got to be Michael Kadire, right? 2 home runs. He's got a 23-game hitting streak.
Red Sox continued to lead the AL East, had a 2.5-game lead over the Yankees and Baltimore. Entering play today, Blue Jays, the hottest team in that division. Everybody else kind of limping around over the last 10 days, 5-5, 4-6.
Roy Oswalt 0-2 in his 2 starts with the Rockies. Gave up 5 runs in 6 innings.
Clay Buchholz had to shut down his side session today.
To Francisco, and he pops it up.
4, 5, 6, 3. We'll start a new game. We're going to be timing pop-ups. People can bring stopwatches to the ballpark. Bring a stopwatch to the ballpark, wear a fedora, and you can fool a lot of people. Tell them you're a scout. You're an old-time scout.
Well, for me, the one guy who hit the highest pop-ups I had ever seen was Mark McGuire.
Yeah, he was fun to watch take BP. Rob Deere.
Yeah.
Hit some moonshots.
Astros just put up a 4 spot on the Cardinals in the 4th. They're now in the 5th, leading 4-3. Yadier Molina and Alan Craig have homered for St. Louis. Game being played in Houston. That's interleague play.
That's right.
Cardinals and Astros. So let me see. They've got the DH, right? Let's find out who the Cardinals are using.
And that against Lance Lynn.
Carlos Beltran is the DH. Molina's playing first tonight. Tony Cruz is catching. Gets under the glove of Castro, and Ricky Weeks is on, keeping the Brewers inning alive.
Weeks hit the ball hard all last night. Struck out first time here tonight, but it's just one hard.
Gives him a 10-game hitting streak. Weeks playing against righties in the first 2 games of this series, but he has not been playing every day here lately. Scooter Gennett has been platooning with him.
Maybe Weeks just so hot here in the month of June. He's forcing Ron Renicky to call his number a little more frequently.
Talked a little bit about it last night. The Brewers have not really taken advantage of platoon splits this year. They just had so many right-handed batters. It's changed a little bit here lately because of injuries. Only about 42% of the time have they had the advantage, which they do have here, left versus right or right versus left. And they've been right-handed for quite a while. For a while there was Prince Fielder and a bunch of right-handed hitters. Now it's, I guess, Aoki when everybody's healthy.
And before Prince, maybe Jeff Jenkins.
Yep.
Weeks with 4 steals, been caught 2 times. There's the breakdown percentage of plate appearances with the platoon advantage. Left-handed batters versus right-handed pitchers and vice versa. And Brewers dead last in Major League Baseball, getting that advantage just a little over 41% of the time.
1-0. Line foul.
Guy down there, that ball boy's a busy night. Some shots in his direction. Number 99, Agent 99, Barbara Feldon. I think you got to leave your feet on that one. You got to be willing to get dirty there.
Don't want to mess up his tats. Off the end of the bat, Feldman will lob to Rizzo to end the inning. 4 complete. Cubs 5, Brewers 2.
It's the end of an era.
All that spare change I used to get.
Sorry, I spilled Bud Light on you.
I wrote a song. Sorry. Here we go.
The crisp, refreshing taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Snap out of your snack routine with delicious Pringles sticks. Everything pops with Pringles sticks.
Kmart and Sony Pictures want you to flip for the best summer ever. Visit shopyourway.com/grownups2 for your chance to win a role as an extra in a Sony Pictures film. Look for Kmart and Grown Ups 2 in theaters July 12th, rated PG-13.
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to power down your little word game.
I think your friends will understand.
Oh, no, it's actually my Geico app. See? I just paid my bill.
Did you really?
From the plane?
Yeah, I can manage my policy, get roadside assistance, you know, pretty much access Geico 24/7.
Sounds a little too good to be true, sir.
I'll believe that when pigs fly.
Okay, did she seriously just say that?
Geico. Just a click away with our free mobile app.
Gotta hand it to Wendy, the waitress. That was very mature of her. She's gonna try to kill me.
How I Met Your Mother, tomorrow at 8 East.
The great flavor of a margarita is here, without any of the work. Bud Light Lime Limerita is ready when you are, with a refreshing twist of Bud Light Lime. Just pop, pour over ice, and enjoy. And now introducing new Strawberryta.
Friday on WGN America, Travis Wood and the Northsiders open up a 3-game series against the Mariners. Friday, 10 East, 7 West on WGN America.
Ball is brought to you by Bud Light. It's the sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
Happy days. Hey, one set here in Milwaukee.
It's, Henry Winkler playing the Fonz, playing the Tin Man.
Oh, baby.
Sit on it.
We'll head to Arnold's after the game. Tom Gorzolani is on. Giovanni Gallardo, 3rd time in 17 starts. He went just 4 innings. Gave up 5 runs, 3 earned.
Cubs have not hit Gallardo around very much in the past, but they certainly did tonight. Now the veteran left-hander Gorzolani brings a 1-0 record, a 2.56 ERA. Onto the mound. He's out there for the 30th time. Peripheral number is very good. Former starting pitcher. Chicago area guy.
By the way, we've been trying to, hunt down Chuck Cunningham all week. We haven't found him yet. I thought we found him. That might have been the first season Chuck.
He's like, that was it, right?
There were 2 different ones, and then it just went away. Yeah. Sounded like a good idea at the time, apparently. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
It's the show from which the term "jump the shark"
right
comes. Yeah. Originated there when Fonzie jumped the shark in season 11 or whatever it was, running out of bullets. Let's have the Fonz jump over a shark.
field pop. Segura.
Lonnie broke in with the Pirates in 2005. Primarily starting pitcher with them. Pretty much exclusively a starting pitcher with them until 09. And that's when he moved on to the Cubs. Last couple of years he was a Washington National. Worked as both a starter and a reliever for the Nats.
Feldman airing it out in this at bat. 0-2. Two quick outs. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
It's the awesome story of how boy meets girl with your favorite pickup artist and lovable couple thrown in. How I Met Your Mother. 4 back-to-back episodes every Thursday and Friday night starting at 8 p.m. here on WGN America.
Luis Valbuena has walked, knocked in a run with a single, reached on an error, and scored.
Book on Gallardo tonight. 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 3 of which were earned. He walked 4, struck out 5.
The command that he had in recent starts, not really there tonight. He was around the plate a lot, but wanted some calls he didn't get. Cubs waited him out. And he really had to labor through his 4 innings. And rifled into center to keep the inning alive for Castro. Valbuena keeps reaching base.
It's his 4th trip to the plate. In 5 innings, he's been on all 4 times. A couple of knocks, a walk, and reached on the week's error last inning. Hanging in there against the lefty and delivering a solid line drive single.
So the top 2 hitters at table setters have been on a combined 6 times, including that error. That's a big difference. You can get on base for the middle of the order. Zolani has a sign now from Lucroy. Here's a pitch. It's a strike.
Good life on his fastball tonight.
Slicing fly that'll get out of play.
Brewers bullpen much improved over last year. Had the worst bullpen ERA in the major leagues last year at 4.66. This year it's right at 3. That's the 5th best bullpen ERA in Major League Baseball, 2nd best in the National League. We got Francisco Rodriguez back out there now.
Closers Jim Henderson.
And John Axford's been throwing well, former closer.
2 scoreless, hitless innings for their bullpen last night. With a late lead, though, tonight they're down 3 in the 5th. Two. We'll do it again. a rarity for the Boise Hawks last night. They had a home game postponed due to rain for the first time in 9 seasons. Cubs Northwest League affiliate.
Doesn't rain there much in the summertime, apparently.
Congrats to Hawks right-hander Paul Blackburn, the Northwest League Pitcher of the Week. Matt Lucen, the Florida State League Pitcher of the Week last week, followed that up with Daytona by going 7 innings and giving up 1 hit in a win last night. He retired the final 18 batters he faced. And the D-Cubs are in first place by a game, 6 games into the second half. 5-1. Inside, good take, full count with 2 outs.
They've named the rosters for the Futures game. Played All-Star Weekend Sunday at Citi Field, and Jorge Soler and Arzmendi Alcantara, the shortstop at AA. Both those kids have been named to the World Team.
Valbuena goes with 2 outs, picked up by Ramirez. And the inning comes to an end. Cubs lead 5-2, maybe jumping the shark at the Harley Museum.
Endless Wings at Golden Corral just got better.
You bet it did. It's Endless Wings and now all you can eat baby back ribs.
Hello.
It's all part of our endless dinner buffet for one low price. Non-stop wings and now endless baby back ribs only at Golden Corral.
I stayed one time.
We stayed another time.
And now we're eating free.
At Choice Hotels, 2 stays pays. Right now, when you take 2 separate trips, you can earn a free $50 gift card for dining, shopping, or gas. Book now at choicehotels.com.
She's one. So is he. These two, definitely the flavor cravers. This demanding breed is only satisfied by the most delectable flavor combinations, like the enticing new Bacon Habanero Ranch Quarter Pounder with thick-cut bacon topped with cool and spicy Habanero Ranch sauce. Try all 3 Quarter Pounder burgers now with exciting new toppings, made for flavor cravers. It's another way to love McDonald's.
Migraines mean powerful pain. And when you have a migraine, Bayer Migraine Formula means powerful relief. Its triple action formula targets migraines for relief of the tough pain and symptoms that come with it. Try targeted relief with the power of Bayer.
This is my business.
I'm the owner and sole proprietor.
I only have one other employee, Chester.
It's a romantic notion. Be the boss, but you are alone.
Well, not technically alone.
I do have a lot of help, actually.
My UPS store.
I had this printed there.
Packing, toasters.
I have a mailbox there.
Best thing, they're right down the street.
The owner's a friend.
I got the account.
My team.
Yes! Careful now.
Pack and ship with confidence. Visit the upsstore.com/guarantee today.
How I Met Your Mother tomorrow at 8.
Wait for it.
On WGN America.
That is your Cubs forward upcoming schedule. We'll wrap up this series tomorrow, and then we'll head out to the Northwest. Cubs and Mariners from Safeco Field Friday night, 9 o'clock Central Time on WGN Sports. Ford, go further in any one of Ford's many fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. 5th inning, 5-2 Cubs trying to snap a 9-game losing streak in this park. Gindel fouls.
Iwakuma, Harang, Bonderman scheduled to pitch for the Mariners in that weekend series in Seattle. Cubs will counter with Wood, Samardzija, and Jackson. Intrigued to see Iwakuma.
Yeah, and other changes for the Mariners. They just brought Dustin Ackley back after a month in the minor leagues. He was playing second before he went down. And he's going to play some outfield now that he's back up because Franklin Gutierrez just returned to the DL 2 games back after missing 2 months with a hamstring injury. Re-injured it, and he's out again. And Raul Ibanez has 18 home runs at age 41. He hit another one today. You know what the record is for home runs by a player 41 or older?
I do not.
Okay, the number is 29 homers.
29.
It was in 1960.